Today, Porsches, Ferraris, everything. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a rusty white 1961 356B Coupe Project car sold for $19,000. Project? Check. And many checks to come. The buyer is Rod Emory. Last month we had one of his 356 projects sell here for $800,000. I'd say this was a fair sale, and I look forward to seeing the rebuilt car. Another project, this a red, modified, non-running 1967 912 Coupe V8, sold for $26,050. A 912 with a 350 and stilts and with sport seats, plus a couple hundred extra pounds hanging out back. Stay clear of this one and the curves. This was perhaps fair. A GT Silver 2004 911 40th anniversary with 96,000 miles sold for $35,500. Purchased here 2 years ago for $38,000. This was a fair sale. A Guards Red 1994 968 Coupe with 71,000 miles sold for $38,250. A nicely optioned car with sport suspension, limited slip, and painted rear spoiler. This was well sold. A black 2008 Cayenne GTS with 73,000 miles sold for $50,500. Lots of dollars here. About 300 of these were produced, and they typically bring the big bucks. This one is in exceptional condition, well sold. A sapphire blue 22,000 mile 2014 Cayman S sold for $60,500. Stickered at 80, this clean 981 was well sold. A Grand Prix white over black 1988 911 Targa with 93,000 miles sold for $62,000. White is not my favorite. However, this car sold at a bargain price. Nice. Another 3.2 Targa, this a garnet red over beige 1986 911 Targa with 39,000 miles, sold for $71,000. Purchased here 4 years ago for $55,000. This was a fair sale. A black 14,000 mile 2012 Cayman R sold for $74,500. 987Rs are holding their values. This was on the upper end of fair. An Arctic Silver over black 44,000 mile 2005 911 Turbo S Cabriolet sold for $70,000. Sold last month to a non-paying bidder for $90,500. Too high a price, I said. This was closer to a fair sale. Now a pair of 2013 7-speed Platinum Silver 991s. First, a 15,000 mile 2013 C4S Coupe sold for $80,991. I think the sale price of this example was ducked up by the tail. This was still a fair sale. The second, a 26,000 mile 2013 911S Coupe sold for $84,491. All else being equal, this should have brought less than the previous C4S. Ducked up for Ferrari, a blue Tour de France over tan 29,000 mile 1997 F355 Spider sold for $92,000. Some doubt was cast throughout the bidding process regarding paint readings and oil leaks, and this was at least a fair sale. A narrow over red 27,000 mile 1986 328 GTS sold for $130,000. Purchased here in 22 for $115,000. Hold on. The buyers then spent $180,000 at a shop to fix everything. Then he paid to have the result reviewed by another shop. This is a fat price, seemingly well-deserved in this instance. I'll show more and talk about this 328 in today's short. A Rosso Corsa 1997 550 Maranello with 50,000 miles sold for $133,000. A decent driver 550 This seems well purchased. A Rosso Corsa over black Euro 1996 F355 GTS with 73,000 kilometers, presented by a great seller, sold for $195,000. Much of what you need to know can be summarized in this manner. Awesome. This example also wears a body color top, a nice touch that gives it the flexibility of appearing like a Berlinetta. This was a fair sale. On Cars and Bids, a cobalt blue, 2007 Porsche Cayman with 23,000 miles sold for $31,237. Yummy over yucky. Still a car with low miles and nice service records. This was a fair sale. Another Cayman, this a 981, a Guards Red 2014 Cayman S with 40,000 miles, sold for $50,981. This seems high to me, but it does fall within the fair zone. On Pcarmarket, an Arctic Silver modified turbocharged 2008 Cayman S with 44,000 miles, sold for $37,000. I may be way off base here. This car seems to have had an adventurous life, perhaps more roughly handled than I would prefer, though 400 horsepower at the wheels does sound okay. This was well sold. A Polar Silver 2001 911 C4 Safari style 3.8 liter with 157,000 miles, sold for $41,500. A touch more subtle than most Safari builds, this 996 was a fair sale, and I like it. A black 1974 911 Carrera Coupe sold for $70,000. One of 528 sold, this appears relatively well maintained by its one family owners. Still, I think this was well sold. 3 cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with reserves not met March 1st through 3rd. A gray 1992 Porsche 968 Coupe track car was bid to $13,500. A Zambezi green 1973 914 with 91,000 miles was bid to $27,000. An Argento Nürburgring Euro 2001 Ferrari 550 Barchetta Pininfarina with 9,000 miles was bid to $460,000. Former Rod Stewart car, Rachel Hunter days. Might need to move up the seat a little. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well.